In the 22nd century, a new disease began to spread amongst the human population, turning people into zombie like creatures. The zombies slowly but surely took more and more land, wandering through rural areas, causing famine and disease to spread across the earth. Even when there was a cure, allowing those who were infected to keep their intelligence and give them some of their higher processing power back, the UN still wanted to get rid of infected people, who had taken over as much as 1/5 of the Earth's total land area. So a purge took place, with the UN and national governments killing millions across the globe. However, some infected people survived and took refuge in the rural mountain country of Afghanistan. And by mastering biotechnology, they were able to make huge synthetic creatures that could do their work for them, even fighting. These creatures allowed the infected to become an extremely powerful and wealthy nation. Despite this, the UN still launched attacks against the new nation, fearing the virus would spread, starting the infected war. As the infected took over half of the world, they continued to push back the armies of the UN. As they had to retreat, casualties were mounting. In response to the defeat of their forces, the UN proposed using an asteroid strike to wipe the infected off the face of the Earth. This was controversial, as not everybody voted for this insane idea of bombing the Earth that they all inhabited. However, by a 51 to 50 vote, they decided to go ahead with the asteroid strike. They sent up a massive deep space probe, which attached to an asteroid and used its thrusters to direct the asteroid toward the Earth. The impact of the asteroid devastated the atmosphere, and pieces of the original asteroid, as well as parts of the Earth's crust, launched into low Earth orbit before coming back around to the Earth. However, this strike failed to wipe out the infected completely, who started to rebuild their nation. Meanwhile, the UN mobilized the rest of the Earth's population to hit back at the infected, starting the second phase of the war. With no hope of victory remaining, the United Nations made one final plan, putting the remaining civilian population in an underground city somewhere in the US heartland, with the hope that these people would rise up and retake the Earth once the infected empire collapsed due to starvation and infighting brought on by the asteroid strike. And with its completion, the UN surrendered at New York, ending the infected war. But the infected didn't collapse as intended by the United Nations, and they were able to use humans who were captured but didn't want to be infected as fertilizer in their fields to fertilize enough soil to feed their population, causing less infighting amongst them. Meanwhile, the underground humans developed a prosperous city. However, due to corrupt leadership, the top 1% would start a totalitarian rule over the other 99% of the population. This starts an era known as the 1,000 Years of Peace.